class today is April the 14th, Wednesday, and we are having an asynchronous lesson today. When you log into Canvas and go to your dashboard, make sure that you log into your biology class. And then on the top left, click on your modules button. So today you're going to be doing the Genetics Day 3, Unit 10, Day 3 module. And the directions are on the first page of the module. If you are absent on Monday or Tuesday, make sure that you go over those two modules and get yourself caught up. In order to be counted present for today, please make sure that you take attendance on the attendance form on the next page. Then you're going to do your Mendelian inheritance practice problems and your sex-linked and pedigree practice problems. Then you're going to do some exploration with the codominant gizmo. Make sure that if you're not satisfied with your third quarter grade, that you sign up for this biology remediation course. Follow the link, choose enroll in course, and then you can go ahead and start those modules from the beginning. Don't forget to take attendance. Please make sure that you've taken attendance by 3 o'clock. Okay, so with the Mendelian practice problems, you are going to open up your file. And I'm going to make a copy of mine, but you do not have to make a copy of yours. And if it's too small for you to see, just make sure that you zoom it to a larger size. I like to zoom mine to 100. So here, this looks very similar to the sex-linked fly problems that you did yesterday. It says choose the offspring based on the parent genotypes. Drag the genotype and the picture to match the phenotype to the appropriate box to fill in the Punnett squares, and then answer the questions at the bottom of the slide. So for scenario 1, you're crossing a heterozygous gray-bodied fly with a homozygous black body fly. So you can see what the pictures of the parents look like. And notice that the black fly is homozygous for its black body color. It has 2 recessive alleles, so those recessive alleles are put at the top of the Punnett square, and it's being crossed with a homozygous gray body colored fly. Notice that it's heterozygous, so it has 1 capital allele and 1 lowercase allele, 1 dominant and 1 recessive. So to do the Punnett square, you're just going to drag the genotypes and the phenotypes into the box. So in this box, we're going to be looking for a big G, little g. In this box, we're going to be looking for a big G, little g. In this box, we're going to be looking for a little g, little g. And in this box, we're looking for a little g, little g. In terms of the phenotypes of the fly, the way that they look, notice that in order to have the recessive trait of a black body, the fly has to have 2 recessive alleles. In order to have the dominant trait of the gray body, the fly has to have at least 1 dominant allele. So here, the 2 offspring that have the dominant alleles will be gray. And the 2 flies that have the 2 recessive alleles will be black. When you're done, make sure that you answer the questions about the parents' phenotypes and genotypes, and then the percentage of the offspring's genotypes and phenotypes. So here for the parents' genotypes, you would put a little g, and a big G, little g. And phenotype would be black for the parent, and the other parent was gray. The percent of offspring genotype, you have 50% little g, 50% big G, little g. And for the offspring phenotype, you're going to have 50% gray, 50% black. So that's how you're going to do that worksheet. When you're finished, go ahead and submit it. There is a video at the top of the page that you can check your answers before you submit it, just to make sure that you're on the right page, you're on the right track. Next, you're going to do the sex-linked pedigree problems. So what you're going to do is open your copy of your file, and you have a bunch of different practice problems. And instead of typing your answers on the sheet, you should write your problems out on a piece of paper. So you're just going to write your, make sure that you write all of your Punnett squares on a piece of paper, and take a picture when you're done. And so you have some sex-linked problems, some pedigree problems, and again, with the pedigree, it's a really good idea to draw out the pedigree and write your answers right on top of the pedigree. It really helps you to figure out what you're doing. And then you have some challenge questions. All right. If you can't get the challenge questions, that's fine. Just make sure that you get through those sex-linked and pedigree problems. When you're finished, you're going to take a picture of your answers, and you're going to go up to your insert image. And I'm going to insert mine by camera, but you can always take a picture and save it to your computer or your drive. And then if you hold your answers up to your camera, you can insert them right there. So I should see your Punnett squares and your pedigrees all drawn out on your paper, and then you can don't forget to hit submit when you're done. You can go over and check your answers. I'll have the video posted right up here to check your answers so that you can see whether you've gotten them right or wrong. Make sure you're on the right track. I'll also leave this page that has files to those answers as well. Make sure when you're done that you've finished all of your work from this week, Monday and Tuesday. Make sure that you don't fall behind. Also go back to Unit 9 and make sure you finished any work from Unit 9. Make sure that you're up to date with all of your work from this quarter. Quarter 3 covers Unit 9 and Unit 10 so far, so make sure that you've finished everything in Unit 9 and Unit 10. Next, you're going to do your chicken genetic gizmo, and I'm going to have this due tomorrow. I know right now it says it's due on the 14th, but I'm going to change that to the 15th. If you don't get around to doing this today, you can always finish it tomorrow, but this will give you a nice head start on your work tomorrow if you get it done today. And you're just going to go to the explorerlearning.com. make sure that you log in with your username and password. If you can't remember your username and password, send me a Remind text and I'd be happy to let you know what it is. And then you're going to go to the chicken genetics. And in this gizmo, you're going to follow the directions on the Google document, just as you've been doing. Notice you have some pure chickens that are red and some pure chickens that are white. You can show the genotype to see what genotype they are. And you can breed them and see what their offspring's genotypes and phenotypes are. You can take those bred chickens and move them into holding cages. And clear. And then you can take the chickens from the holding cages to breed them and see what those offspring end up looking like and what their genotypes are as well. So as you're following the directions on the Google document, just follow the directions and breed the chickens that it tells you to breed, and then answer the questions as you go. All right, have a good day, and I will see you on Thursday.